to our mate Swampy Joe. Joe Biden has, of course, wrapped up a back and forth that he had with Vladimir Putin in the past couple of days in Switzerland. Now, Joe Biden talks a very big game. This is what he was saying about Vladimir Putin when he was no chance of meeting Vladimir Putin and he just was running for the presidency.
You know Vladimir Putin, you think he's a killer?
Mm-hmm. I do.
So what price must he pay?
The price he's going to pay, well, you'll see shortly.
Well, let's see him pay that price. And it was a warm handshake. Oh, you killer. You're going to pay a price. Do you want to go inside? Okay. Of course, for CNN, this was the most magnificent moment in world diplomacy.
You know, these moments are about moments. And I'll tell you one moment I noticed there in the Biden-Putin interaction. The handshake, Biden looked Putin in the eye with a smile. Putin looked away. Again, you don't want to read too much or too little, but again, these are about public posturing. It's about how you project strength. And that was a notable moment to me as you watched them shake hands.
Who goes first? Who extends their hand first?
Exactly.
And there was that moment
Biden
of
did
hesitation.
extend. He did extend.
We were waiting to see if there would be that handshake. And
there was.
And there was that handshake, and it was a significant handshake.
But of course, when it was Donald Trump who was doing the handshake, this was the Biden Booster Network take.
There you go.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. Let's just take a moment to look. All right. Ron Brownstein.
Somewhere Allison Camerata is begging for a body language expert.
Yeah. There you
not
go.
good enough of that. So he gave him the shake and the underpat.
Yeah.
And a little pat.
The shake and the underpat.
Now, essentially, nothing came out of this meeting between the two countries. There is no promise to do anything different. They didn't even stand next to each other to give a press conference after it. But of course, the American media can't say anything but Biden is awesome. He has them in a trance simply because he's not the orange man bad.
And that is the test and perhaps the legacy-defining moment for President Biden, whether his personal relationships will change anything, as our 46th president makes the case that diplomacy, dialogue, and democracy are America's greatest exports.
As for the accountability of Joe Biden, after he had given the meeting, he gave a press conference in and of himself, and he decided to take questions from the allotted media. And then somebody yelled a question out, and he wasn't very happy about it.
Are you so confident he'll change his behavior, Mr. President?
Yeah, I'm not confident he'll change behavior. What do you do all the time? So when did I say I was confident?
You said in the next 6 months you'll be able to determine.
What I said was, let's get it straight. I said what will change their behavior is if the rest of the world reacts to them and it diminishes their standing in the world. I'm not confident of anything. I'm just stating a fact.
You clearly are not confident of anything, because that's a reporter asking you a completely reasonable question of which you could have ignored because you'd already decided the questions were over. Believe it or not, at least somebody in CNN noticed this is weird.
But we have seen President Biden do that frequently. What we've not seen him do is answer questions like that without his aides screaming at him to stop. I have never seen a president, covering the last 4 of them, who is so protected by his aides.
Oh, quick, we're the Biden Booster Network. So, of course, the hosts are completely okay that their reporter was abused by the president.
He actually apologized to the news media for being a, quote, wise guy. And as he was doing so, I said to myself, can you imagine the former president ever doing anything along those lines, having a news conference, being a, quote, wise guy, and then going out of his way to apologize?
No, really, frankly, based on our experience and lots of evidence, no.
Seriously? Does this guy have photos on everyone in the media? Like, I get it. They hated Trump, but Trump's gone. This bloke is the most powerful person in the world. He's either not up to the job or they are keeping him on a very tight leash. That in and of itself is very weird, that the staffers seem to have more control than the actual president over what the president is saying, and you think that's awesome. And you have spent the past 4 years talking about the freedom of the news business and democracy dies in the dark. So what was the apology that the president actually delivered? Passive-aggressive at best.
No, I know, but you're all, look, to be a good reporter, you got to be negative. You got to have a negative view of life, okay? It seems to me, the way you never ask a positive question.
Do your job. It's the theme for everyone tonight.